I love you.
Hello everyone, welcome to the Watery Aquarium. It's Michelle here and I have another reading for you. Today's reading we're going to be looking at your energy for the next 7 days. We have two options here to choose from, option 1 and option 2. Now you can pause the video, choose a card, let's get to it. Hello option 1, for those of you who selected the first card, here's your reading. So we're going to look at this card in a bit, but we're going to pull some cards from the Great Eastern Oracle to see the energies surrounding your connections this week. Okay, may I have a card for option 1? Okay, well that's way too much, but I'm going to take the top one. Okay, they want me to take both, so I will take both. So the first card is Alchemy of Friendship. And it says here, radiate love and attract affection. Okay, and then we also have plant a seed of love, offer love and harvest happiness. Beautiful cards. The colors are amazing. I'm seeing a pattern here, a floral pattern, right? Patterns. This week you're going to be seeing like the consequences of your actions. And I know that can sound really harsh, but not all consequences are bad or negative, right? It's like starting to recognize your patterns, because I'm looking at the patterns in both these cards. And it's like you're going to recognize something about yourself or the way that you do things and the response that you get. And it's going to be like a aha moment, like, oh yeah, that's why. It's because I'm doing that, that's why that's happening, right? So it's saying also to be in that high vibrational energy in order to bring love in. So for some of you who are single or in a low energy, when you're in a low vibrational energy, you do attract like for like. So others in that low frequency as well, or whatever frequency that you're at, right? You will attract those individuals that are bouncing on the same frequency as yourself. So it's very important to try to be mindful of that and to try to be in an energy where you're high, you're happy, right? You're radiating light. Yeah, it's definitely giving me what you put out is what you get back in. It's very important. It's calling for you to make the effort. Making an effort in your connections, in your friendships or connections with family members, right? Or even the community on a whole. It's just making the effort of being more positive, being more in that light energy, right? If you already are in that high vibrational energy, it's calling for you to also, it's like connecting with others, right? Not only holding on and harnessing that energy within yourself, it's like allowing it to radiate outwardly, right? So others can feel that light, that energy, that positive energy. It's like the way that you respond, your energy is so strong that it affects all those around you. So it's also to be mindful of that. But you'll definitely be looking into why things happen to you. You're going to start noticing a pattern here. Let's see what needs to be surrendered. It's also, if you're dating or if you're someone that's looking to enter into connections, I'm getting it from this card where it's telling me try being more, taking things slow and getting to know the person. So you will hear in other readings where they say, oh, well, it's going to be a friendship first and then it will evolve into a relationship. But that's also saying to take your time to get to know the person that you're dealing with. Because from my experience, sometimes when you jump into things too quickly and you don't get to know who you're dealing with, down the line, you're going to see exactly what you're dealing with and you might not like it, right? All of that could have been prevented if you took your time to get to know the person, right? Know a lot about them. So it's very important. For some of you in relationships, it's actually talking to your partner and getting to know them again, becoming friends again, right? It's very easy to lose that friendship, right? That openness, that ability to really communicate and be, have heartfelt and open communications or discussions with your partner. It's like calling for you to be friends again. Do things that are fun, right? Blend it, mix it up. So you can have romantic activities and then fun, childish, happy activities as well. Okay. What needs to okay. So we have here surrender comparisons with other people. You're looking at what Sally, Joe, and Sam are doing in their connections. Well, you need to be focusing on yours, right? So it's saying keep your eyes trained on yourself. Focus on your own strengths, attractiveness, and power. Right? Beautiful. Wow. So this week in your connections, it's not looking at what other people have because you don't know what's really going on in their connections. Sometimes people do that united front where they're projecting or they're showing their relationship to the public or to everyone as if it is all happy, shiny people making declarations of love and all that, when in actual fact it is hell. They're incredibly unhappy, right? So it's not looking at what other people are doing or showing to the world in their connections and saying, oh wow, I wish I had that too and it was so wonderful. No, it's really focusing on what you currently have, and if you are not in a connection, not doing that at all. It's actually really focusing on characteristics that you would like them to possess, and also making sure that those same things that you want from them you possess within yourself as well, right? So it's making sure that you are all good, and so that whatever you want coming in is all good too. It's on that same frequency level. But don't compare your relationships or yourself to other people, right? It's a waste of time. Because 9 out of 10 times, it's a lie. It's fake. You can also, you will spot it, you will know. If you tap into your intuition, you will be able to know who's faking it and who's not. Right? This is something that I've always I always can tell when it's like a doomed relationship. When a couple has to renew their vows. That means that there's problems and eventually they're going to break up. Right? It's, I mean, Heidi Klum and Seal, when they did that performance, and it's like, I love you and I love you more and I love you more, and it was some ridiculous song when they were competing about who loved each other the most, and they got remarried and then they broke up not long after. Right? It's that any time when there's declarations like that and highlighting it, just being over the top, you know that there's problems. It's bullshit. When you see that, trust and believe that there's cracks, major ones, and it's actually to the person doing the declaration or the trying the hardest, that's the person that's trying to keep the crack from opening wider, preventing things from falling apart, or keeping that public persona. But it is completely false, right? We see it time and time again. So the key thing here is to, again, put the focus on yourself and your connections, right? And how you conduct yourself in your relationships, right? How you react, how you behave in your relationships, not what everyone else thinks or is doing. That's not it. Missing out. Okay, let me get another card. Oops. May I have another card? 2. We have karma. Karma. And it says, there's nothing from a past life that cannot be addressed in the current life. And then we have gratitude. Fill me with gratitude for all you give. May I be a vehicle for you wherever I go. So that's gratitude towards spirit. And it's saying trust here, to have trust. But when it comes to karma, for some of you, you are actually, this is like a repeat lesson from your past life, right? So karma doesn't necessarily mean that it is bad luck, doom and gloom, and oh, it's horrible, you're gonna have a bad life. No, this is the opportunity to balance the scales and put things right. So in a past life, if you had wronged someone, you're gonna do a repeat where you're gonna have to learn, you're gonna have to correct that, right? Heal it, recognize it, and heal it, so that karma is dissolved. It's like, okay, you passed the test, right? It's also incompleted lessons from a previous life. So in your connections, it could be the incompleted lesson is not recognizing your patterns, things that you do in your connections, right? What you contribute, whether it be something that is destructive or something that is that's more positive, or you're giving more than you need to, right? Or than you should. So it's seeing where you fall in this whole energy here of the karma. But in this life, in this incarnation, you're meant to really tap into this energy and correct it, right? Correct it, whether you're giving too much or too little, right? Or not seeing what you are contributing in the connection, things that you're doing, behavioral patterns that are repeating itself over and over in your connections, right? It's seeing that. Now also having gratitude, and with everything that you have, but also the lessons that you've learned and how you have grown as an individual, but also your connections. This is feeling very much so, very individual based in your connections. So those of you who are in relationships, is really calling for you to focus on yourself. So not dump your partner, but more importantly, it's not losing yourself in your relationships, right? Not losing yourself, not trying to follow other people. It's finding yourself as well, not losing yourself, but also finding yourself, who you are, having a sense of independence in your connections, right? That balance, right? That balance. And this is like justice vibe here, right? Of balance of your relationship and balance of time with yourself, or doing things for yourself. So the gratitude here is that lesson, recognizing it and learning that lesson, but also having gratitude for all that you have, all that you've acquired from this connection, right? Or acquired for yourself, that will lead you into a connection that is more stable, more grounded. That's for those who are single, right? But it's being in that energy of also gratitude for those around you, your support systems, your friends, your families, right? It's really being in that, the energy of greatness I'm hearing, and sovereignty. Okay, let's look at the ancestor card. So we have here the journeyer. And I know in this deck, you're meant to pull another card alongside this, but the universe, source, wanted me to only pull this card. And this is the seeker, which is you. So the energy I'm getting from this is your higher self, right? That's the energy that is surrounding you, right? Your higher self is wanting you to tap into this energy, and it makes a hell of a lot of sense now with the karma card. Your higher self is like, look, we've done this before in previous incarnations, and in this life, I want us to correct this, to recognize this and work with this, right? Okay, let's get a card for the ancestors. It's connecting more with your higher self, listening to your higher self, right? Listening to the guidance. I'm hearing making the effort and putting in the work for some of you. But shifting your energy. You see, life is not happening to you, right? You are in control of everything that you do in this life. We all are. And we have to be accountable. We have to be accountable. Okay, may I have a card? Okay, ancestors, what message should I give you for option 1? Okay, we have the Two of Cups. Look at that beauty. Okay. You see, your higher self wants you, and I'm getting chills. Wow. I have the Three of Cups at the bottom. I'm getting chills here. Your higher self wants you to be in a very balanced state, for those of you who are single, so that you can attract this wonderful connection in. This person who actually is right for you. This person who is vibrating on the same frequency as yourself. Right? Where you can move and grow together. You both be on the same page. You both will feel well, it's hard to feel the same, but you will be on a similar level, right? The same page, right? The same interests, the same amount of joy for each other. It's just being, it's working on yourself from now, so that when this comes in, you're not playing catch up. Right? If you are already in a connection, it's to maintain this balance, this flow. But it's also screaming about being on the same page and communication. Can't stress that enough. Right? Really looking into yourself and communicating clearly with your partner, your other half. Not allowing other people to step in and to interfere this beautiful flow in your connection. So your higher self wants you to actually focus on that, right? Making more of the effort in your connections, seeing what you contribute to your connection. Okay, let's get some tarot. But it's beautiful. It's like very balanced. Okay, we have the Moon. Wow, deep. We have the Page of Wands. We have Judgment. Interesting. We got Judgment twice with Karma card. Right. I'm hearing heartfelt communication. This is giving me the energy of ancestral patterns, especially with the moon representing mother, so the maternal line, and it's the card of the ancestors, but more importantly, it's the card of the soul, right? The soul. So with the Karma card, it is tying in that this is something that you have done for several lifetimes. This lesson here, right? It could even be you and your person with the Two of Cups. You have always been together for various incarnations, or you've been around each other. in various incarnations, right? But it's meant for you to, again, tap into this energy of recognizing how you conduct yourself in your relationships, right? Your relationship patterns. But this is screaming about your actions and how, and the results that comes from your actions with the judgment, right? The consequences of your actions. Do you view your connections with maturity, or are you more on the childish level or spectrum? You know, you're still developing. That's the question that you need to ask yourself. Am I repeating patterns from my past connections when I was younger, right? And if you were in your 20s, even younger than that, right? When you started dating, am I doing the same thing in these connections, in my relationships? And it's learning how to recognize this and actually, again, either heal or, I'm hearing grow up, making more mature decisions and actions. It's what you've been taught for some of you while growing up, right? And you're kind of like reliving it, what you've seen growing up. And it's just learning how to again, not focus on what other people are doing, or not focusing on, well, my mom and dad did it, and my auntie and uncles, that's how they conducted themselves in their relationship, so surely it's the way that I should do it. It's coming out of that energy, right? Because with the judgment card, that's not everyone's story, you see. That's their story, their love story, but it might not be yours. I'm hearing it isn't yours, right? It isn't yours. And that's a cycle that you need to break. Okay, let's clarify. Okay. Can I clarify the moon, please? Okay, we got the Queen of Pentacles. Maternal line. Yeah, we have the maternal line. But this is saying that there's a need for you to have, it's like having control, but making sure that everything is in order, right? Making sure that you're in a space of not letting your emotions run away with you, right? Or thinking of the worst, or just being more in control, looking at facts, right? This is like concrete evidence. This is like the energy of taking stock of your life and making sure that everything is stable within your relationship, within your life, personal and your relationship, right? Romantic relationship, family. It's making sure that everyone is on the same page, everything is stable, balanced, and no one is in need or nothing is neglected, right? It's also screaming not to neglect yourself with the moon card. For some of you, you're confused about who you are. Am I a homemaker, or am I more of a free spirit? I'm getting an image of the Queen of Wands, the more independent, free-spirited, vivacious, exciting woman. But I'm hearing it's up to you. Okay, let's have a card for the Page of Wands. Seven of Wands. Yeah, this is definitely there's a little bit of immaturity in this connection here for a lot of you. There's a bit of immaturity and a strong need to, again, be on the same page and have that chat, right? Not being afraid of expressing your truth, being honest about how you are feeling, right? Really, or not even being afraid of hearing from your partner. If you ask them, you know, what do you think about how I conduct myself in blah blah blah, whatever question you want to have in the relationship. How do you feel about me, this that, and just tell him to be honest. And you're gonna have to be able to handle it, to take it, because this is giving me where it's like no one is really wanting to talk, and if you do, it's giving me one-upmanship vibes, right? But more important, which is a childish thing. So if your person says something that rubs you the wrong way, right? Like for instance, they say, look, you're a little bit chatty. You know, sometimes you can just be, you know, you talk a little bit too much. You take offense and you just snap back and say something else. That's not so nice. You get on the defensive. So it's this slight childish vibes here. Slight childish vibes. What you do desire is more stability. You do desire being someone that, again, has everything under control. And you might present that to a lot of people. But there is a childish vibe here. Okay, let's see. Why is judgment here? Look, the bottom of this deck, the moon child, we have the 7 of swords. We got the 7 of swords here, right? So there's some type of not much honesty looming in this connection. There's like things not spoken that needs to be spoken or shared. Okay, judgment. Wow, the moon just fell right on judgment, and the King of Pentacles. It's just beautiful. King of Pentacles fell sideways. The moon fell directly on the judgment card. The moon. Funny, you got a little bum in your face. On judgment. It's like not wanting to deal with it. This is like putting that important conversation off because you just don't want to deal with the consequences. And it's fear. It's fear. So I put on a united front for the world to make it seem like I have this perfect connection. And then here's the King of Pentacles there on the moon. I mean, it could be that your person just doesn't even want to hear it or deal with it. One person doesn't want to deal with it, but both parties, where the Queen of Pentacles is on the moon and the King of Pentacles came out with the moon card and it's on the judgment. So you both are holding back. Both counterparts have moon energy surrounding them. They're not even wanting to face anything, and they have a lot of baggage, and it ties in. We got counterparts, we got the 2 of Cups and 2 moon energies. So there's things, there's karma, right? There is past life baggage that you guys have carried over that you're meant to be clearing up in this life. That's your energy for the next 7 days. It's actually, this reading is highlighting this to you. You need to stop running, and you need to really look at your patterns and start working on it. Start healing it. Start facing it. Your higher self wants you to do that so you can bring your connection back in flow, in balance. Not the fate, not the united front one, and then deep down you feeling like, I don't know. I'm not too happy in my connections, but I'm just going to pretend for my person and also for the world. No. It's saying to do it correctly. Wow, guys. Wow. It's all about the energy. And if you're faking it, right, holding it in, where you got all this, again, this negative energy, but pretending it's all love and light, that you got negative energy within. The love and light, that stuff is fake. Because you don't mean it. Remember, intention. The universe wants people to know about intention. Right? Saying it to people like everything is all great and I'm doing this, that, and that doesn't matter. When it comes to God, the universe, God, the universe knows your truth. Knows when you truly mean something. Knows your true intentions. So that's what this is telling you to tap into and to recognize and start putting in the work here. grateful for what you have, being truthful to yourself. Stop comparing yourself to others or pretending to the world that everything is all great when it is not, because you're holding on to stuff. You're holding on to the truth that you are incredibly, you're not too happy. Right? But more importantly, sharing this with your partner so you guys can work on this together. Right? So that you guys can be on the same page. So I'm going to end the reading right here. If this reading resonates, leave a comment down below. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, press the notification bell. I'm also offering live Zoom readings. Information on that is in the description box below. And I'll see you next time. Bye. Hello, option 2. For those of you who selected the second card, here's your reading. So we're going to look at this card in a bit. Let's pull a card from the Great Eastern Oracle to see the energy surrounding your connection. Okay. Card option 2, please. Thank you. Okay, so we have focus on your blessings. Adjust your taste to what you deserve. Oh my gosh, look at that. It's beautiful. So we have a star shining down on this individual here. So we have the star here, the divine light. Focus on your blessings, having gratitude. Adjust your taste to what you deserve. So this is actually attracting, right? Attracting things for your highest good. Attracting people towards you who will serve you, right? It's like realizing that you don't need to settle, right? So for some of you, you're in a connection where it's kind of like, meh, I'm just kind of dealing with this just to have a companion or to buy time, right? Some of you guys are just kind of in that very, not really satisfied in your connections, right? And it's saying to really tap into the energy of focusing on what feels right to you, focusing on things that you want to accomplish, to do, to experience, right? So if your connection is going more on the sour side or boring side, so let's just say that there's no violence or aggression or anything like that, it's doing things that can spice it up again, right? Things that you want to experience with your partner that can bring back that, that joy, that passion back into your life. And it's realizing that you deserve it. That's for some of you where your connections just need a little jump start, right? For others, it's telling me that, settling for someone just to not be alone is not exactly the way to go. That's not what the universe wants for you. That's not what God Source wants for you, right? You need to realize that you deserve the best. And the first thing that you need to do is to actually give that to yourself. See that in yourself, right? Because when it gets to the point where you are settling, feeling deserving of having less than, or being treated as less than, that's actually you dishonoring yourself. That person is treating you that way because that's how you treat yourself, right? So it's seeing and realizing and doing things for yourself that you feel you deserve, that is worthy of you, your energy, your love, and your time. Okay? Let's get Divine Abundance card. So it's starting to live in that energy where things that you do, this is for everyone, from this point on, it really resonates with you. You're feeling it, right? It serves you. We have clearing. I'm feeling inclined to take this one as well. So we have clearing. And it says, as true offerings arises, it becomes easy to let go. You start to trust that more will always arrive. You shift from mine to God's. Such freedom, right? What this is saying is that with the clearing card, this is once you know exactly what you are deserving of or living in that energy, right? Living in the energy of this is the standard that I expect, right? I will not take anything less than that. So it's respecting your divinity. That's allowing Spirit to step in and to bless you with people and things in your life that resonates on that level, right? There will be no need to have that Goldilocks syndrome, right? Where you don't know what you want, but you're just taking anything that you can get, which is called settling. So that's where that whole mine is, because once you receive something that you felt that you wanted, but you didn't, you're going to want to discard it and move on to the next. And it's like dissatisfaction every single time. So what this is saying is knowing what you are deserving of, giving that to yourself and accepting nothing less than that from others is what it's going to allow Spirit to see that you're living in your divinity and blessing you, gifting you with things that are on that frequency that you are on, that you were deserving of. That's beautiful. That is beautiful. So even with the clearing card here, it's saying for you to now tap into that energy, clearing away the confusion, putting the highlight on the self, and knowing exactly what you want. You could be in a connection, a marriage even for some of you, where you're just settling as well. So it started out as this is the person that I want. These are the things that we do together. But after a while, as the relationship progress and you get to know each other and you can just relax more, you start giving up on yourself, giving up on things you want to experience, starting to settle. And Spirit wants you to bring that back, where you're going back to the self, where you're more focused on living and experiencing things that feels right to you, that contributes to your growth, to your expansion, that brings joy and happiness in your life again. So it doesn't necessarily mean break up, but it means to add that zing, find yourself again in your connections. And if you are not in a connection, definitely not your next connection, not settling. Keeping that energy up. So you're starting that from this point on, where you are doing things, again, that you are deserving of and not accepting anything less. Another example is for those in a connection where your partner used to do things for you in the beginning of the connection. Let's say making teas, buying you flowers, going for walks, doing a lot of different things where they express the gratitude for having you in their lives, right? They showed you that they saw your worth and are grateful to be with you. And then all of a sudden it stops. You see, when you start treating yourself in the way that you express what you are deserving of, so you're looking after yourself, you're treating yourself to certain things, you're doing your walks or what have you, buying flowers and feeling great, nice perfumes, all of that stuff, That allows them to see how much you value yourself. And they know that they're going to have to like step it up because you're doing it for yourself. It's showing them that, look, this is the standard. That's the lowest I'm going. So I expect the best. Okay, that's for someone or a few of y'all. So we have here limitless. And it says, see yourself open to receive in the most miraculous ways. The divine can use anything and anyone. Yes, you are limitless when you're in this energy. See, both readings, both piles, it's really heavily focused on the self this week or in the next 7 days. It's starting that process where you are not losing yourself in your connections, your individuality, right? But Spirit helps those and bless those who are in this energy, right? Looking after yourself, knowing exactly what you deserve, what you want, what you desire, what you expect, having standards, living in your sovereignty, your divinity. I mean, come on. Okay. Let's get some more cards. This is the surrender cards. Okay. Ooh. Surrender low self-esteem. I mean, seriously, with that beautiful sunflower there. So it's like, again, light energy, high vibrational energy here. You deserve success, love, and abundance. Set an intention to identify and release any remnants of low self-esteem. Wow, guys. Look at that. We got deserve here twice. Knowing what you deserve, knowing what is right for you, what is for your highest good here. Feeling worthy of. It's just screaming that. Recognizing that and actually treating yourself in that way. Okay, let's look at the ancestor card. So we have here Hunter of Conflict. Right, so this is the ancestors who not only are hunter-gatherers, but they also defend. They were also out there where they defended and seeking truth. Right, defended and protected the tribe. They were the protectors, the hunters, but also truth seekers. Right, so this is giving me that for some of you, this is like you're having conflicts within or inner conflicts on this. Like you could be in a connection where you're holding all of this in, feeling unworthy, feeling that how I'm feeling undervalued, right? Feeling used, feeling like your person does not recognize your worth. And what they're saying is that you're going to have to recognize your worth and start living in that way, where you're treating yourself the way that you expect to be treated. So it's doing a clearing out of that energy. And again, if you are not in a connection, right? And again, there's a feeling of not feeling worthy because you feel that, okay, well, no one will like me, and however way you look, and all the other things that you tell yourself as to why no one wants to be with you. It's saying to release all of that and start treating yourself the way that you expect your person, when they come in, to treat you. See that you are a blessing, and Spirit will bless you with the right person, right? Once you're in that energy, that vibration. And if you don't understand that, what I mean by that, it means starting to live in that energy, that frequency, by treating yourself. Self-love, right? I know people throw that around, but sometimes, like an example, what I do for treating myself is I am doing a ritual of looking after the largest organ in my body, and that's the skin. All the other organs too, yes, don't get me wrong, but high concentration on that. So that entails using like the body scrubs, right? So it could be the sand, sugar, it depends on the day and how I'm feeling. But I have an exfoliating mitt that every day when I have my shower, I use that. And I massage, I exfoliate from my head to my feet, my entire body. And the idea is I'm loving myself, I'm loving my skin, I'm massaging my skin, having that moment of nurturing and caring for it, right? As a treat to myself, because that's what it's what I'm expecting my partner to do when he comes in. Or treating myself every now and then for a coffee or a meal, going out all by myself, and I'm on a date with myself, right? Or cooking that special meal at home for myself and my son, right? It's just doing those things, treating yourself in the way that you expect your person when they come in to treat you. Conducting myself with self-respect, not speaking negatively to myself or having negative thought patterns about myself. That's how you do it, right? Drinking water to purify your internal body, your organs, everything, right? Making that a natural habit to purify and to cleanse. Going for walks and speaking, connecting to source and the ancestors and your guides. Thanking your ancestors for supporting you, always being with you, right? For speaking on your behalf to spirit when you ask for certain things. But it's definitely highlighting an importance of doing this. And if you're in a connection, the same thing. Really treating yourself, going for the massage or the hair, getting your hair done or your nails, right? All those things, really dating yourself. Okay, let's get some tarot. Ooh. Let's get another ancestor card. Okay, so we have here the Lovers. Look at that, you guys. Oh, the Lovers. For some of you, I'm hearing mature love. And at the bottom of the deck, I have to show you guys this. The Ace of Cups. Big love coming in, right? Big love. But how do you receive big love? When you give it to yourself. It's not as cheesy as you think. Whenever you're hearing that self-love, sometimes that can be so annoying. People do not elaborate on what it means, on ways how you can do that. It's not only being sat there repeating mantras and all that. No. It's the actions that you do for yourself. The things that you do. Self-love is like how you pamper yourself, right? That's one way. How you speak to yourself. How you treat yourself with nourishment. Things you put into your body. Exercise. That's all a part of self-love. Going for walks, meditating, being out in nature. That's self-love. Also, how you allow others to treat you. Your friends and your family. How you allow them to speak to you. Right? Okay, so we have the Lovers, and I'm hearing for some mature love. So it's finally entering into a relationship where the person is not only on the same page as yourself, but they're not into the whole playing games. Right? They're not about that. So that's why you're now, Spirit is wanting you to be in this energy of really looking after yourself, working on your self-esteem, and actually learning how to live a life of feeling that you are deserving of happiness, of love, right? Because it's coming. It's coming. It's even with the card, the Hunter of Conflicts, it feels like, do I even want something like this? A soulmate connection, a divine, sacred connection. Do I even want that? Am I worthy of that? And it's like, yes, you are. That's what it's saying. Yes, you are. And there's one ready to come in for you. And for those of you in a connection, you may be in your soulmate connection. That might be the person, but you cannot lose sight of, again, of your individuality and your worth. Right? Both of you do not lose sight of that. Okay, we got, wow. Okay. So we have the King of Pentacles, Queen of Wands. Yes, strength. Do I feel like pulling one more? We have the Six of Cups. Okay, I didn't know if I showed you strength, but I'll show you again. Right. Three of Cups on the bottom. So what we have here, wow, the King of Cups, the King of Cups. The King of, so this is like needing to balance your emotions with that word slip there. The King of Pentacles, Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands is facing the King of Pentacles, right? King of Pentacles is looking at greater opportunities, and the King of Pentacles is actually, there's a sense of being unaware, like feeling that everything is all cool, everything is okay, everything is stable. I can just focus on, again, building more greater stability for myself and my family, and is not aware of what's going on with this. Right? So if you're in a connection, you need to open the lines of communication with your person to let them know how you're feeling. Right? It's having clear communications is very important, but it's seeing the beauty within yourself. Here with the Queen of Wands, there's, again, this is speaking about not losing your individuality, right, or your independence in your connection. While you're in your relationship, don't lose yourself and just make your connection you, because that's the mistake that a lot of people make. And when the connection does dissolve, or if there's problems, their world is over. They don't know what the hell to do because they made their connection themselves. You have to have a level of independence here. But this person thinks that you're beautiful, or will think that you are beautiful, and they're in it for the long haul. They're all about stability. We have strength. So it's the courage to like work through your past baggage, right? So whatever this is, self-esteem, worth issues, and it could be from previous connections, it's calling for you to really find the strength to work through this. I'm hearing cognitive dissonance, right? It's working through this. Because the Strength card is facing the Six of Cups, which is looking out into the water. So you're constantly living in the past, and it's saying to now live in the present and see your divinity, see your beauty, actually be it, live it, right? Treat yourself with the respect that you expect, that you deserve. Beautiful. This is also giving me like things that you've experienced in your childhood. These are actually experiences that might have been, for some of you, taught in your childhood, right? That you're actually living, carrying over into your connections. But it's saying to clear it up, because Six of Cups is also a card of detox and decluttering, right? So twice you're being called to release any type of low self-esteem, low vibrational energy, and actually being grateful for the person that you have. With this person, again, it's like someone that is really willing to put in the work to create stability and in it for the long haul. Your connection, your relationship, right? Definitely screaming for that, and it's showing that you depend a lot on that person. You do rely heavily on them. Okay, let's get some clarifiers. May I have a card for the King of Pentacles? Woo! Yeah. Wow. So we got the Devil and the World. Yeah. Okay, so we have here obsessive vibes. This person, for some of you, your person has turned a new leaf. They're actually now tapping into this King of Pentacles energy, right? They're now becoming the King of Pentacles. There might have been someone that is actually more like a playboy, right? Knight of Wands I'm hearing, but now they're tapping more into a more responsible role in your connections. But I'm also getting for some of you that your person is someone that can be controlling and can be very clingy, like wanting to know everything that is going on with you at every time, right? Because you are pretty much everything to them. There is definitely possessive vibes here, possessive energy. Okay, let's get another card for you, King of Pentacles. Again, can you believe this? King of Pentacles, King of Pentacles. You definitely rely heavily on your person. We have the King of Pentacles here and another King of Pentacles, right? This is definitely screaming for independence. Again, not freeing yourself from a connection, but finding yourself in your connection, right? Strength, yeah? Strength. We have the Ace of Wands. Yes. Definitely turning a new leaf here. You needing to find yourself in your relationships and separating the two, right? Meaning the you in your connections and the you when you're looking after yourself or having time for yourself. It's learning how to do that, having the strength to learn how to start again, having the strength to learn how to create possibilities for yourself. And this could be a worry for your person, for some of you, where once you step into this energy of being of sovereignty, right, with the Queen of Wands, you're going to be getting opportunities, great opportunities for you, where you're going to be doing things on your own and they might be losing control. It's almost like for someone or a few of you, you rely heavily on your person. You ask them for their advice with a lot of the decision making, right? Things that you could be you can decide on your own. You like to run it by them, and they have the final say so. You with this new energy here, where you're going to be tapping more into your sovereignty, you're going to be getting opportunities, and you're going to be making the decisions yourself. They're going to be released of their duties of having control. Will they like it? But it's like a new cycle beginning. That's for a few of you. Justice, yeah. It's gonna take some adjustments at first. There are gonna be some teething issues, because being so used to being in control, and with the King of Pentacles, that is someone that likes control, likes to make sure that everything is in order in their lives. There's gonna be some teething problems, but it's gonna be okay. You're gonna know how to when to approach them and ask for that advice, and when you can make decisions on your own. It's going to be just going to take some time, but there is going to be an opportunity for great independence, right? I'm wanting to say abundance. Okay, may I have a card for the Six of Cups? We have death. Yeah. So we have the death card with the Six of Cups. That is all about you putting an end to the past. You're moving, you're not living in the past anymore. The next 7 days, you're going to be tapping into the energy of focusing on what you deserve, right? Focusing on things that's right for you, things for your highest good, things for your growth, things for your expansion, right? Freeing yourself from the chains of allowing others to make decisions for you. Tapping and stepping into your sovereignty and clearing away low self-esteem, right? Not focusing on the I can't, not being in conflict with yourself, but more so being able to make mature decisions, right? Balanced decisions. Not putting a lot of the pressure anymore on your person if you're in a relationship. And for those who are not in a relationship, it's like learning to not make your relationship the all and the everything, right? It's actually being a sovereign being while you're in a connection. It's learning to start living in that way, so that when this connection comes in, you're not going to be in that devil energy where it's like toxic behaviors or codependencies tapping in and destroying something beautiful. But this is someone finding their feet, finding themselves again. Beautiful. So I'm going to end the reading right here. If this reading resonates, leave a comment down below. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, press the notification bell. I'm also offering live Zoom readings. Information on that is in the description box below. And I'll see you next time. Bye.